Hey everyone, and welcome to another Best and Worst of Disneyland. I'm Tyler Crouch, and joining me today is Katrina Manzoni.
Hey everybody.
And Mary Jo Mulatto-Willie.
Hello.
And today we are talking about our top 5 favorite things in Fantasyland. But before we get started on that, I just wanted to tell everybody that we're down a person today. I know, don't worry about it. Nancy's fine, everybody's fine, no problems. But
just traffic.
Traffic and stuff.
in the California area.
Yay, Los Angeles.
But also, I wanted to mention that we've had this set up for a while here, and we are trying to get a new setup. It's happening very soon, so hopefully we'll have that, and it'll be more. We'll have more cameras and a switcher and all that stuff. So it's coming soon. We're gonna have a better setup very quickly here. But okay, let's get on to the main event. The top 5 things in Fantasyland. These are our favorite things, and they're not just attractions and things. They're kind of, we're including everything here. So why don't we kick it off? What's the first on the list here?
Peter Pan. We have to go to Peter Pan first. I think that's like the most popular ride in Fantasyland, but also it's just kind of like, I don't know. It like when I was a child, I was scared to go on Peter Pan, and now that I'm older, I like really appreciate just the setup, and it's just kind of like a one of a kind ride because you're like flying actually. So the new additions they add on to it is just so I don't know, magical. Like the Tinkerbell pixie dust, and even though it's really short, I love it.
Yeah, there's one thing about the dark rides. There's, especially at Disneyland, these dark rides. There's so much detail in there, right? And there's, in the Peter Pan one, there's surprises as you go through it that are really wonderful to see.
Yeah, I love it. I just can't, my favorite moments, like when you start flying and you go over the city and then you just see all the little cars going by, and then you pass by the clock tower, and then you see Peter Pan and everybody like flying over. It's just that's just like a cute little thing you can miss in just a second, you know.
That's one of my favorite additions that they added when they did their little upgrade. Is like you said, the clock tower, and you can see Peter Pan land on the minute hand, just like he does in the movie, and it's something that if you're not paying attention, you might miss it. So that's very cool.
Yeah.
And it's just such a unique thing. You could go to Orlando and go on ET and see, kind of have like a similar experience in a way, but at the time when that ride came out, it must have blown a lot of people away. I mean, there's nothing like it. So.
That's true. And I do want to add on to it, when there's like a new app that you can do to play games and keep yourself kind of occupied. And so now, even though the queue, yes, it's like really, really long, you can kind of like play a game while you're walking through, and then there's like a special surprise at the end.
That's the Play Disney app for anybody wondering. Yeah, it's cool. There's like a little scavenger hunt in the line now that you can do with it, and you get I don't want to spoil the surprise, but you actually can interact with something in the park through your phone, and it's very cool. So I highly recommend getting that Play Disney app and checking that out. Let's go on to the next one now. Yeah.
Alice in Wonderland, just a couple walks away from Peter Pan. I've always loved this ride. Even made it even better after the new upgrades. So everything they just added on, just the beginning when you're going down the tunnel, it's just I don't know. I love it. And then when you get to go outside and see Fantasyland, when you're on your little caterpillar, just like roaming around. I don't know. What about you?
Oh, I love Fantasyland. Alice in Wonderland, both of you. Especially since they've plussed it up, and the animation is more, it's not interactive, it's just more out there, and there's more happening in there, and it's
like lively. It's not so, I don't know, like, what is it, like static? Not static. What is the word I'm looking for?
Animated?
Yeah, maybe? It's like not so still. It's more like alive.
Yeah. Well, it definitely makes you feel more like you're in the actual cartoon, because of everything, like you said, it's just so much more animated, and going through the garden and seeing the little horsefly, the rocking horsefly fly around, and then even at the end when you go down the last final, I don't even want to hill, I guess it's a hill, it's a little tiny hill, it's like a little slope, and you have all the little teapots all singing their little unbirthday song, and they're all just kind of dancing around. And
that's true.
They also added Alice when they did that upgrade, because she, the Fantasyland rides are supposed to be like you're that character. Right. You were Alice, you are Snow White, whatever. And so, actually, I think adding Alice into it, adding more figures into it, I think it makes it more fun. Actually, personally,
Yeah.
So
Definitely one of my favorites too.
yeah, it's like again, like a lot like Peter Pan. It feels very unique to me. I've never been on a ride that does some of the things that that ride does, and even like the outside part, like you were mentioning, it just you come out of that door and you're like, oh wow, now we're outside. Like even though you know you're gonna go outside, it's just like, oh, it's very cool out here. I don't know, a very cool touch, and that is definitely deserves to be on the list. So
Yeah.
All right, you want to know the next one?
yeah, let's do the next
All
one.
right, so the third one, I'm going to take it to Mary Jo because this is her favorite thing in Fantasyland.
Oh, you're
And
going to give it
Casey
to me?
Jr.
Yeah, Casey Jr.'s Circus Train. I love this attraction. It's unique to Disneyland. It's one of the original attractions there, and it's held up throughout the years. And one of the things I like about it is you're actually outside going through the different areas, and it shares the space, or it's adjacent to Storybook Land Canal boats. So you see the land canal boats over there too. There's a really fun feature. It comes from, I think, from Dumbo, Casey Jr. Circus Train. And if you read the book or you watch the movie, and in there he's like, I think I can. And he actually does that on the attraction. And you're going up a hill and everything. It's just a really fun ride to go on.
Yeah, and I love doing it at night too. I think my favorite moment is like when you're in the caboose, like spacing backwards, so you're not actually falling with the train, because you get more of a picturesque kind of thing. And then at night you can see like all the lights and just the the twinkling lights when from the Storybook Canal when you're going into like the Cave of Wonders. It's just like, I don't know, it's just so magical and romantic. I don't know, just like cozy up to somebody and then just hang out with them.
Well, and you mentioned it's another cool thing is that they have different. It's not just seats like a normal train. You have the bench seats that they took off the carousel when they put those horses on. You have cages of the monkeys or the other
not
animals.
My favorite. Not my favorite sitting area.
That's fun. And then you have the back end where you're facing backward, there's just like every time you go on it, if you sit in a different area, it's almost a different experience for that attraction.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I think it's cool.
Yeah, and I've even though I agree with you, Katrina, that the cages are not my favorite thing, I've definitely seen kids before be like, they like to kind of role play, and they're like, I want to be a monkey in the circus. I'm a friggin' monkey, and they, and they will go for it, and they dive for that, cage. So it's really cute. But I really also like the cool. I also really like the ringmaster. Is that what you would call him? The little narrator, narrator guy. I mean, the ringmaster. There's something about him, and he tells this goofy little lion joke at the end.
Now, as they say to the animals, that's the end of the lion.
And I'm like, oh, you ringmaster. So yeah, I think that one, it also gives you such a great view of all of Fantasyland. So. Yeah, another great one. Let's go on to number 4.
All right, my favorite ever since I was I could be at Disneyland is the Carousel. Because I was too scared to go on Peter Pan, I always went on the Carousel instead. And then until I became probably a teenager or so is when I started. I realized Jingles was after Mary Poppins for Julie Andrews, and I love Julie Andrews. I swear, if I ever meet her, I'm gonna fall to the ground and be like, I'm not worthy.
And I'll be like, I'll get her back. Don't you, Julie? Don't worry.
I love you so much, Julie Andrews. And then I started trying to we all fight for that horse. If it who it is, it's Jingles, and it has the bells on the side, and it's usually facing Peter Pan. It always faces Peter Pan, really, kind of in that area. But anyway,
the carousel stops at the same point every single time. That is always my favorite. And then just to when I was a kid, I used to pretend I was a princess, riding on a horse and going around in circles, but
waving to people.
And then just waving and and always listening to the beautiful Disney music that it goes along with. And then they have the Pearly Band that goes on there, and then it just blows your mind when they start playing on there.
Yeah,
it's just the coolest thing.
Yeah, for anybody who doesn't know, the Pearly Band is the band that kind of roams around Fantasyland at different times, and if you get there at the right time, you can see them actually riding the carousel around in circles, and it's really cool, actually, especially if you're on the carousel and they're riding with you, and they'll play songs from Mary Poppins and stuff. So it's really nice.
It really makes you feel you're in Mary Poppins, you know, and it's just I don't know, I love it, and
Yeah. One of
Yeah.
my favorite things about the carousel too is that it's playing, like you mentioned, all the music that it's playing from Fantasyland. But what's cool about it is it's playing like, kind of carousel versions of the music from the different movies and stuff. So as you get closer to the carousel, and it goes with all of the surroundings of Fantasyland. So if you're far away from the carousel, you're hearing kind of a normal sort of version of the Fantasyland music. And then as you get close to the carousel, you start to hear the bells and the drum and everything, and it just all sounds like, together it sounds like it's like a new song almost.
Yeah.
I don't know
Yeah.
if that makes sense, but it's very cool to have the two different songs blend together, and that's one of the things that I really like about it.
Yeah, do you have anything else to add on it?
Mhm.
It's just a good ride.
Yeah.
It's an underrated. I feel like it's underrated. A lot of people kind of bypass it and then go if it's not too busy. I don't know. Is that me?
Yeah. Well, let's not forget too that a lot of times the line is actually not super long for that ride,
Right.
so it's nice
And
to.
I think it's great to go with the kids. And then if it's hot, you just go around in circles, and it goes pretty fast. So you
Yeah.
get
Yeah.
some wind.
Yeah.
I think you made a good point where you said that you think it's a little underrated because the attraction, usually adults do bypass it, but it's really fun
Yeah.
to ride it.
It's actually like faster than I thought. Because when I was a kid, I go on it a lot, and now that I'm older, I think my equilibrium's off or something, and I'm like, this is really fast. I know. I'm getting like. Anyway.
The other nice thing about it too is if you have a really young child or anything like that, they will let you stand next to
Yeah.
the horses, and you can kind of hang on to your kid, and just in case you don't want to.
And there's like benches too. There's a couple.
Yeah,
benches
there's
you can sit
benches. I
down.
mean, yeah. So anybody who can't really get up on a horse or whatever, you can still ride the ride. It's nice.
It's a good ride. Check it
Yeah.
out.
Yeah. So let's do number 5.
All right. So
This is our final one,
This is
sorry.
our final one. Bibbidi Bobbidi Boutique. When I was a kid, we did not have this. And especially when you were a child, like when I was a kid, I never got any kind of cool special treatment at Disneyland with dresses and everything. So when Bibbidi Bobbidi Boutique came out, I was like, I am gonna live vicariously through my niece. And so I took her, and I think it's just a really cool, magical way to get your child to feel like they are a princess. And also, it's not just for girls; it's for boys too. They do. They have like a little, I don't know, like Prince Charming kind of package, I want to say. And
Or like a knight, right?
Yeah, like
They
a knight, and you can do like a sword, a shield, and get their hair styled. And it's a cool, fun way to actually go see characters as well. Because on a busy day, if you do like their, like not VIP package, but their highest package, you can get, the outfit, the hair, pictures, and then you get to get like escorted in to go see the princesses over at Fantasy Fair. And so that kind of like, cuts like an hour of waiting in your schedule to go see princesses if you do want to see princesses, because they don't have Ariel's Grotto anymore. So this is like the best way to see princesses, and I love it because the cool picture area. Like have you been in there?
I've been in there, yeah.
Like you can sit inside Cinderella's carriage and just like take your pictures. Like if I was a child, I'd be like, yes.
If you want to be a hero for your child, take them and have them do Bibbidi Bobbidi
Yeah.
Boutique because
It's a long time though, because
Yeah.
it's like a good 3 hours out of your schedule if you do
Yeah.
like everything. I want to say.
but they get to pick out their outfits for the different
Yeah.
princesses or Tinkerbell. I think that's one.
Yeah,
of the
my
ones
niece was
also.
Tinkerbell.
Was she?
Yeah.
And then they fix their hair up, and then what happens is the children get attention throughout the day from the different cast members. And I've seen parents with their son and daughter dressed up, and the kids were beaming. The little boy was happy, the girl was happy, and
I love that.
yeah, it's just so heartwarming to see that.
Yeah.
So I love that Disneyland offers this, and it's right next to the castle in Fantasyland, so it's all part of
Yeah,
that.
it's like all tucked away
Yeah.
inside, kind of on the side, and like they have their hair. They do their hair so tight that it's like you don't have to style their hair for like another 2 days.
Yeah.
And put so much glitter on there to last for a lifetime. It's just
Whether you want that or not.
I know, but it's really neat. I think it's like a really
Yeah.
good way to get your kid involved and like feel like they, are a princess or a prince inside the castle. Like I want to do it.
I know, right? What's the age limit on that?
I think it's to 14 or something.
I think
it's
you're right.
to kind of like you're like a tween,
Yeah.
tween waist. So and it's really cute too because they have like a little area and it's just kind of like a closet and like the kid just goes in and just like pushes through the dresses and they're just like I want this one and they
Yeah.
have the shoes set up and you just pick, and that's it.
And all
then
the
you pick your
accessories
hair.
that go with it too, right?
I
Yeah,
think
they
they
have
have
the
like
accessories.
oh yeah, you can like buy extra. I think
Yeah.
they have it in the package. I was like,
Oh, no,
if they
no.
have it in the package, but I think it's and I think it's a good deal. Like
Yeah.
if you wanna if you're already set to go buy your kids like a costume, just, if they want to get their hair done, just like do it extra for an extra cost. You know, I think it's a great idea.
As we said, just be careful of that glitter, though.
It is
that glitter
glitter.
gets everywhere. So.
But it's cool because you get your makeup done and they paint your nails. And they're so amazing too. They keep your kids entertained while you film them. Like I was just up at my niece's business, just filming her in her every moment to like live vicariously through her. So yeah.
And don't they do like a big reveal?
Yeah, they have
That's
like a
so
really
cool.
cool reveal because they have the mirror shut the whole time. And then at the end, they spin them around, and then they open it, or they like say like like bibbidi bobbidi boo, and then they open it, and then there's like a cool like effect on the mirror that
That's so
happens.
cool.
And I think that's really magical for the child, being like,
Yeah.
oh my god, this is so real. And so it's I don't know. I say recommend it. It's totally recommended for me.
Very cool.
Do
So yeah, go ahead. I mean, so that's our top 5 there. Why don't we recap real quick,
Okay.
Katrina?
So Peter Pan, Alice in Wonderland, Casey Jr., the Carousel, gotta go see on Jingles, gotta get on there, and then go to Bibbidi Bobbidi Boutique.
Yeah, and I think that's a great list right there. I mean, there's so many good things to choose from in Fantasyland that it's
so
really
many.
tough. There's definitely things that we're like, oh, should we put that? Should we put
I know,
that?
right? It's
So,
much
so
easier.
this isn't, there's a lot more to do in Fantasyland, but yeah. Thank you so much for joining us, everybody. We had a great time doing the show for you, and again, we're going to try and get a better situation lined up here, so we'll see you all next time. Bye,
Like
everybody.
and subscribe. Bye.